Hi everyone, this is Erin from the Villa Park Public Library. Today I have a quick tip for you, or a quick explanation rather, of how to format your margins in Microsoft Word. Today I am using the downloaded and installed version of Office 365, so the downloaded app on my Windows PC. Depending on which edition of Microsoft Word you are using, it may look a little bit different than mine, but the functions will still be the same. So today I have just some lorem ipsum, which is some placeholder text generated on the internet in a blank document here. I'm zoomed into 140% so that it's a little easier to see the changes we make to the text. Um, and we're going to get started talking about margins. So just a quick refresher, margins are these blank areas around the edges of your document. They create a cushion for the printer so that you're not printing all the way to the edge of the page, but they also give your text some nice alignment depending on what you are aiming to do. So to change these margins, we're going to go to our Layout tab. So all the way up here at the top of your window, you have all your different menus: File, Home, Insert, Draw, Design, Layout, References, Mailings, Review, View, and Help. So Layout is kind of in the middle there. When you click on that, it brings up the different toolbars, or the different tool groupings associated with the page layout. All the way over here on the left, we have the page setup group, and all the way to the left of that group is margins. Now, if you hover over any button in Microsoft Word, it will give you what's called a screen tip, and it kind of gives you an explanation of what that button does. So now when we click on margins, if you click on the down arrow at margins, you will see some various choices that Microsoft has pre-programmed into their software. This includes normal, which is generally the default and is what's currently applied to our document. Following that, we have narrow, moderate, wide, etc. You will also see here, this won't always appear, but it depends on what you've been doing with your document. You will see the last custom setting. So this happened because I went down here into custom margins and played with the margins so that they were all different. You can tell what your margins are currently set at because the illustration next to the settings, the normal has a gray background around the illustration and the others do not. So my margins are currently set at normal. So if you wanted to use one of the presets, that's totally fine. You can just click on that preset and it will automatically change it for you. So now you can see that my margins have narrowed and the text is closer to the edge of the page. If I wanted to do something different, say I wanted kind of a normal margin, which is 1 inch on each side, I can go to the custom margins and change my margins manually, except for the left margin, which I wanted to be bigger. You can then continue to increase that left margin. Now, as I have changed these margins on this window, you can see down here at the bottom of the window that there is a preview. So you can kind of see what your text is going to look like before you apply your new margins. And so this has created a 1 inch margin around the top, bottom, and right side of the pages, and a 1.5 inch margin along the left side of the page. Essentially what I've done here is I've created a gutter, which is used in binding of books. If I didn't want to do that manually, you can use the gutter setting that's just below the left and right margin settings in this window. Once you've chosen what you want your settings to be, you click OK, and it will apply them to your document. So now you can see that I've got 1 inch at the top, 1 inch on the right, 1.5 inches on the left, and if we scroll down, you can see 1 inch at the bottom. And then if we keep scrolling, you can see that those margins have been applied to the whole document and not just the page we were on. I hope this helps you format your documents. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. All right. Have a good day, everyone.